Okay, part 2. Now, I didn't show you sculpting this. You've seen me sculpt before. There may be some of you that are new. So basically what I do is I take clay and somebody told me to put a dot over here where I can be looking straight in the camera, and just remember to look there. Sorry if I look off camera. But anyway, I take clay and I sculpt that. Now it's still very rough, but this is like another hour. I'm getting about an hour a day on it, maybe a little bit more today. And as you can see, it's starting to look a great deal more like this guy down here. So it's impossible to get exactly the same because I'm sculpting this on a human head. Some people are actually going to want to wear this. And it would make a pretty cool mask. It is big. It is a big, big mask. And of course, it will shrink down a bit when it's made from, I'm seeing things that I can improve on. Of course, that's the only way it is. But it'll be, it can be worn. Right here can be little slots, and that's what we did with the Dawn Post mask when I worked at Dawn Post years ago, and they made one of these. It was pretty cool. But this one's a bit more accurate face-wise to the actual guy. And you can see from the side, there's no way to get that real extremely flat low back here because there's a human head in there. But I think most of you are going to collect it, and most of you are going to display it like this. And it's such a nice big size. Let me put my head next to it. As it turns out, I can't get my head next to it and get this in camera at the same time. So I'm going to be forced to use the Pro camera tomorrow to do such a thing. But you can see this is real soft clay still. It's water-based clay. I keep looking at this and keep going back over here and making changes. And my hand's blocking. And making changes until I get things exactly the way I want them. And it's very rough up close. And when you get back, you can see the characters start to jump out at you. All the shapes are there. The massing's there. This here needs to come up a bit flatter. But then again, he does open and close his mouth and change his expression somewhat. What's interesting about this is you all know the Ymir from 20 Million Miles to Earth, and it's got those same kind of whiskers. It's flesh, but they look like whiskers. But anyway, I don't want to bore you too much more because long videos are hard to watch, and that's why I'm not showing the sculpting. But again, this is just clay, and it's water-based clay. It's called WED. It's EM217. It's got oil and water mixed into it, so it's really stays moist a much longer time. And I'm using a cross-hatching tool like this to even and smooth things out before I go in and start putting in wrinkles, which I'm just using my finger right now to give you an idea how this all works. But I'm going to use actual tools and then smooth it out and take brushes and water to it. And I just shape the clay looking at this guy here, trying to get it as close as I can to looking like the real guy, but at the same time while being a mask. So I hope you enjoyed this little second part update. We were going to do more tomorrow. And oh yes, the next sculpt I'm going to do, because if you go to my website and there's the mask page of my website, you'll see all the masks that we offer from SNG. And the next mask I'm going to do is one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's The Original Thing. You got it. I'm going to do the James Arnaz Original Thing, and probably the hands too, as my next piece. So you'll see a picture going up now. It shows you what he looks like, and boy, is this going to be something that's cool to have. And I hope you feel the same way, because there's not a mask out there that I know of. I've seen one, and it was, So we're going to make a good one. It's going to look like James Arnaz. It's going to look like The Original Thing, and you can wear it. And if you have hands, and you can make the jumpsuit and stuff, and got the big boots, and you're about 6 something tall, you could be the original Thing. Now, how cool will that be? I know I'd love to do that. See you next time.